Hello, YouTube. How are you doing today? This is Jim Baker. I have a call today with a Viral from India, and he has some questions about his Amazon store and how to manage it and how to do everything. So, looking forward to speaking with him. And before we get there, please do me a favor and just give me that thumbs up and the little thing below so I can get more people to see these videos and help more people. Okay. So thanks for that. And without further ado, let's go to the call.
Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up. Haven't done my taxes, I'm too
So,
turned up.
so basically, I'm an Amazon seller. So I sell goods into Amazon FBA. Okay, that's the only business that I do in the US. And my questions are regarding a little bit of taxation. So, let's say if I'm doing Amazon FBA, I'm not using any third-party, fulfillment centers, and none of the employees are solely working for me. So in this case, if I have an US LLC and I'm using Amazon's warehouse as an FBA to do business of Amazon, am I supposed to pay taxes in the US?
You're in a great situation working with Amazon that you don't really have to pay
Mm-hmm.
taxes at all. You don't really have to do anything, which is awesome. So you asked me like basically, let me repeat it so we can confirm it. So basically, you have an Amazon build a business. You don't even use Amazon fulfillment, and you don't have any employees in the United States, correct?
Right, right.
Okay, so with that, you and you have do you have an LLC or are you just doing it from your name?
I'm doing, yeah, I mean, I have set up a company in the US,
Okay,
in Wyoming,
okay,
and it's a single member LLC.
okay, great.
And yeah, and I kind of have, like, I'm in the process of opening a bank account with the Mercury. But due to COVID-19, the embassy, like my passport is with the embassy. Actually, I was about to get the US visa, but I couldn't collect because of the pandemic. So yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay,
the last
that's
step,
a
which is
That's a
yeah.
that's a bummer. So to answer your question, it's awesome with Amazon because they do all the sales tax work for you. You don't have to do any sales tax stuff with Amazon because they collect it from the clients and send it to the state on your behalf. So that's a big benefit of selling on Amazon. And the big benefit of operating like you are with no US employees or office with the LLC, it's
Mhm.
you don't have to pay any taxes in the US. I'm sure you say you've been watching my channel, so you know you have to file the form 5472 every year and you have to renew your
Mhm.
company, but there's no taxes to pay at all for you whatsoever. So it's a pretty awesome setup, right?
Okay, so 5472, the form, like, what exactly does it go into? Like, is there any bookkeeping that we need to do in order to file that, or how does that generally work?
Yes, you should be doing your bookkeeping. It's technically required to keep your books up to date, and the IRS can technically request to see your books if you're a foreign-owned single-member LLC. I've never seen it done. I don't know how it would work, but
Hmm.
you're technically required to. But practically, it doesn't really matter because with your business, I'm sure if you could do a whole year's worth of books in a week if you wanted to. So
Right.
um, that's the answer to that question. Uh, in terms of reporting on the 5472, it's you only have to report transactions between yourself and the company. So that'd be what you paid to open the company, what you paid to um, close the company, anytime you receive money to or from the company or send money to the company from yourself or your own accounts. Those would be reportable transactions. And then also if you have other companies doing business with this company, for example, a company in India that is buying or selling inventory from this company, then you would have to report those transactions as well.
Okay. Okay. Fine. And what is the kind of deadline that we have for 5472 form?
So for last year, the deadline is July 15th. So you can ask for an extension, but it's kind of annoying because you have to paper file the extension. But yeah, July 15th. Normally,
July 5th.
it's
Okay.
July 15th this year. Normally, it's April 15th.
Okay. So like this is applicable for the company which has been incorporated before December, right?
Before in 2019. So
Sorry, what?
if you open the company in 2019 during the year, you would
Mm-hmm.
technically have to file the form for that year because you paid to open the company, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And generally it is April, right?
Generally, it's April 15th.
April, 15th of April. Okay.
Yeah.
And let's say if I have opened the company in 2019, but I haven't done any transaction to that company, then still I need to file a return, annual return?
So technically, if you paid to open the company, then that would
Hmm.
be a reportable transaction and you would have to file. Practically speaking, I think
Okay.
it's extremely low risk. I don't think the IRS has a mechanism by which to track this stuff. But at the same time, you basically have to pay to open a company, and it's explicitly listed as a reportable transaction. So if your company was open in the year before, then they might, I don't know, they might want that. But I really don't think it's very little risk in not filing it,
Okay.
from my experience.
And there's this word, sorry, there's this weird thing that has happened. So basically, I had applied for an EIN, and I don't know how, but like once I had emailed them, another one I had called, and these people have given me two different EINs. Like I have two EINs on my same company name now. What do I do about that?
Oh, that happens sometimes. You have to send a letter to the IRS. They have a special division where you kind of tell them which EIN is going to be inactive and which one you're going to use, and say that you got two. You have to write them a letter and send them a letter. Say, hey, I have two EINs. This one's active. This one's not active, and can't. They don't really cancel it, but they kind of inactivate it, and you just tell them.
Okay, so is it required for me to report them, or I kind of just don't report and just use one? Doesn't matter.
You could probably just use one. Just don't use them both. It's gonna make a mess. No, it's for you. It doesn't really. You're not paying any taxes, so it's really not gonna be that much of an issue.
Okay. And generally, why is EIN required any which ways? Why is the
It's
EIN number required?
well, technically, the EIN is an employer identification number, and when you have employees, this is how the company manages the payroll taxes. It's also it's just a unique identifying number for a company, so that it can pay taxes, file IRS reports, register for different payroll like systems. Like I'm sure you had to give your EIN to Amazon, right?
Yes, and EIN I had taken because I had to open a bank account, so they don't open
Yeah,
a bank
exactly.
account.
So you definitely need it for bank accounts, for Amazon, for any official stuff. You need to have an EIN. It's the identifying number of the company.
Mm-hmm.
You need it for
Gotcha.
everything. Yeah,
All right.
and you have
And
two. Lucky you.
and what about the compliance otherwise? Like, do I even like am I even applicable for the state taxes? Like, the state taxes that we pay on the products that we sell in each state?
The sales taxes, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's something that Amazon pays for you. Amazon's charging your clients and paying that on your behalf.
So don't need to do anything on that part, right?
No, no, it's the same with eBay. All the big sellers. Basically, the states give these companies a really hard time because you could come on and just not charge sales tax and they would never get the money from you. But they make Amazon liable, so Amazon charges sales tax for basically everything.
Okay. So let's say if I'm doing Amazon FBA and I'm gradually starting to do with Etsy and eBay. So in that case, also I'm not liable for the taxes in the US, right?
eBay, no. Etsy, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Etsy does it because I know when you sell on eBay, they charge the state taxes for you. I don't know about Etsy. They probably don't.
Uh-huh.
The small, like if you have your own local website, like a Shopify store, maybe you can have a
Hmm.
plugin. But
Hmm.
then, but then, even then, it only matters when your sales get above a certain amount because if your sales are under 100,000 in the state, or you have under 200 items in the state, then you're not even liable for doing it.
Right. In terms of the taxes, like the income tax, like in the US is applicable only if I have somebody who's solely dependent on me, right? Like if I have an employee
Well,
who
there's a couple
solely
different
works
a
for
couple
me.
there's a couple different ways. That's one of the ways. If you have an agent or an employee or someone who's in the U.S. who can make decisions, but it's basically if you're doing business in the U.S., if you're doing business physically in the U.S., or if you have effectively connected income to a U.S. business. So, if you were to get royalties from Amazon, you would have to pay tax on that. And then if you had an office or employees, or if you came to the US to do things, and you have to pay taxes on that income as well.
Gotcha. Okay. So any other compliance that I need to worry about having this kind of setup, like,
No, I'm trying to, and it stinks for me because I don't have enough services to sell people, right? I'm out here, and I just teach you guys how to do everything, and I'm just running
right?
out of that, I'm not running out of clients. It's going good. So, um, not really. It's pretty easy, which is awesome it's awesome for you guys. It's really easy to operate with a US account. And I'm sure you can attest that having a US bank account makes it much easier to do business in on Amazon, even though you don't have your account yet, right?
No. So I do have my Amazon account as of now, but so I was operating from my Indian company. But now, due to a lot of currency losses, because I generally pay everyone in the dollars, so it comes back to INR, then I pay back to dollars. So a lot of currency loss that I'm facing. Hence
Oh
the
yeah, a
reason
ton.
I
It's a ton of
right. So
it's a
that's the
ton of it. It's
reason.
like 10% or more probably, right?
Yeah, yeah.
With different
Even more than
fees.
that, because even
Yeah.
Amazon, yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So a lot of money there gets wasted. So that was the thing. Okay. So right, I think that's pretty much of it. So do you guys also file 5472 for us if you want you guys to file?
Of course, we have the courses out, and I have a little mini course. We teach you how to do it, and then I'll review it. Or you can pay me to do the whole thing, which I think I'm going to be doing a lot less now that I finally have my mini course finalized and out, and I can send you an email with, um, explaining how to do either one.
Okay, so you can do it for us as well. You also teach how to do it by
Yeah, it's
myself,
fun,
right?
and once you learn how to do it once, for now it's the same form every year, and if you keep subscribed, then you'll see if there's any changes.
Okay. One last question regarding the credit cards. So, like, do banks generally give you the credit card? Like, since I am a foreign person and I don't hold a proper account as of now, I just own like a virtual account. It's a Mercury account. I think it's a virtual account, right?
There's different um, there's different options, different credit cards, and
Mm-hmm.
but it's easier when you're here. I'm still looking. This is something I'm always
Mm-hmm.
looking for, so I'll be promoting different cards and different things whenever I find good ones. But Amex works with non-residents sometimes. American Express,
Mm-hmm.
and then otherwise you have to kind of have a U.S. tax ID to get one.
Right.
So you have to build your credit up with
Mm-hmm.
your U.S. tax
Okay.
ID and then eventually ask for one. So the credit cards can be a little tricky. If you come, for example, if you come to visit like Bank of America and open an account at
Mm-hmm.
Bank of America, they'll give you like a $500 prepaid credit card to start building your credit. So it's basically as long as you keep a
Okay.
$500 balance in your bank, you can use the credit card.
Okay. And like over a period of time, do they increase the limit of your
It's
prepaid
it's
and
it's really slow, but if you have a business that's growing, that's doing well, and you've had that for a little bit, you have a little bit of credit established, then you can start asking for other cards. I have people from other countries who get Amexes, which um, have much higher limits. But
got
it's
it? Got it.
what's your business doing right now? What's your monthly sales?
Around 15 to $20,000 a month sales.
Cool. That's good. That's good. What are you selling?
Yeah. So I'm selling all handicraft items from India
Oh, you're selling actual
and a
stuff
little
from
bit on
India.
China as well.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. Like a lot of people. So do you like source the products yourself? Do you like actually go and find what you're selling and take pictures of it yourself?
Mm, no, I kind of have a lot of suppliers. So I've kind of visited those cities where these things are made, and I've kind of good relations. So even though the person doesn't know, like doesn't make himself, he knows other people in his town who makes those kind of stuff. So he basically gets everything done, and he kind of takes a top off on that,
Yeah,
and
of
that's
course.
fine. Yeah.
Okay, no, cool. I'm just
So
curious. I like
kind of
I
that
like
way.
seeing I like seeing what people are selling. That's cool. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, very very interesting. Etsy would be good for that stuff. People like crafty stuff on Etsy.
Yeah. Exactly. So that's what I was thinking about later on. Since let's get started with Amazon, and then slightly we can like expand into other things.
Yeah, it's exactly right. So
Awesome.
I'll send you that email right now
Sure.
with the two options of 5472.
Hmm.
Excuse me. And I don't know. We'll go from there. Do you have any other questions for me?
No, I think I'm pretty much done. And thanks a lot. I really love your channel, and really keep the good work doing, man. Like I really appreciate everything that you have been doing. Like the
Thanks.
blessing in the disguise. We all were wondering. We always were very confused into these topics, as in
I'm getting.
a lot of people just tell. Yeah.
No, it's cool. Thanks for watching. It's definitely been fun for me too because I'm talking to so many interesting people from all over the world. I have calls with people from countries that there's some countries I haven't even heard of, and I'm not. I'm just a stupid American. I don't know my geography, but uh, people from all over the place, and it's really cool. So I get a lot out of it too. I get some clients, and hopefully it keeps growing. This is the industry that you guys are
Yes.
in is only getting bigger and bigger. So thanks for sharing my stuff and for watching the channel. Okay,
Awesome, man. Awesome.
so I'll
Really
send you that.
appreciate talking to you, and thanks a lot.
No, thank you for your time, and I'll definitely send you that email right now. Okay, so that call went really well. Viral was a nice guy, and I'm glad to meet more people watching the channel. And he's just like most of you people out there who are selling on Amazon, selling on eBay, selling digital products from your country, not paying any taxes to the U.S. and using all the benefits of the US LLC and the US banking system. That's the whole point. That's why we're here. So if you got a lot out of this video, please give me that thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more. And if you want to have a call with me yourself, you can schedule one in the description below. I have less time slots available than I usually do because I'm very busy right now. So get there really quick. Otherwise, you're going to be waiting for 2 weeks to talk to me. So um, again, thanks for watching. I hope to speak with you guys soon. And until the next video.